Symbotic made another huge announcement today. The stock is up 22% in the past month, and they just announced a new chief financial officer. And they announced the appointment of Izzy Martins as chief financial officer effective August 9th, 2025. Martins will join Symbotic as CFO designate on July 1st, 2025. Martins brings more than 20 years of financial and business leadership experience to Symbotic, most recently serving as executive vice president and chief financial officer at Avis Budget Group Inc., where she was responsible for all financial operations. She previously served as Avis Budget Group's executive vice president, Americas, where she was accountable for a market segment with over $9 billion of revenue and played a pivotal role in driving Avis's post-pandemic transformation. Symbotic also made another huge announcement to their board of directors last month on May 15th, and they announced the addition of Eric Branderis, who was actually the former corporate controller and chief accounting officer at Tesla. And the statement they put out about Eric Branderis is that Eric brings deep financial expertise and a track record of success, guiding companies through critical stages of growth and playing a pivotal role in helping newly public organizations to achieve significantly greater scale. And what's really exciting about all this is, as you can see from their financials, Symbotic is starting to turn towards profitability. They still have an overall GAAP net loss, as you can see, but their overall revenue increase, you can see total revenue on the left, has increased by a fantastic rate, which we're going to take a look at here in a second. But adjusted EBITDA also turning positive in fiscal year 2025. And their overall systems complete increased a lot as of this Q2 2025 earnings report. They had 37 systems completed as of Q2, and their systems in development in Q2 is also the highest it's been, now at 46. So this company's had great revenue growth, but their real challenge is how can you turn this revenue into profitability? And that's what these new additions should be able to do. And if we take a look at their financials, Symbotic's revenue growth, as you can see, has been outstanding. In March 30th, 2024, Q2, they were at $393 million in total revenue. And now in Q2 of 2025, they're at about $550 million of overall total revenue, which is outstanding. Their net loss compared also decreased by a lot. In Q2 2024, you were looking at a net loss of almost 55 million, and that's now down to only about $21 million net loss. So earnings per share decreased, or increased rather, from a 9 cents earnings per share loss as of 2024 in March, and that's now down to a 4 cents earnings per share loss. So really big news for Symbotic adding this new chief financial officer. It'd be really interesting to see if she's able to improve the overall profitability of this company, which is what one of their challenges is. But we've also had really good news come out with trade recently. China and U.S. trade officials met today in London, and they're trying to reach an agreement on trade that would allow valuable minerals and rare earth metals to now flow into the United States from China, and in return, the U.S. would maybe reduce some of its export controls. Now, this is a really big headwind potentially for Symbotic, and one of the main causes of concern from their earnings report that they had for Q2 2025 was the tariffs placed on Chinese goods, but it should be possibly reduced as a potential headwind with this trade negotiation. So a lot of good positive news coming out for Symbotic right now, especially with the addition of this new CFO. That's very important for a company trying to turn profitable, and hence probably why the stock is trading so much higher over the past month. If you got value from this video, please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.